Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to part 45 of the GTO Trainer. Sorry for the long delay between videos. Just started a new job and just trying to fit in both work and uni, girlfriend, friends, all that type of stuff. And, this got a little bit pushed off to the side for a little bit. But we're back now. Day 45. First hand here, we open on the button with 10-9 offsuit. Small blind 3-bets. This one, especially off-suited, not going to be a good continue at all. As we can see here, playing a very linear, some calls as well in there as well, but mostly just weighted towards a lot of suited. Queen 9 suited seems to be an interesting 4-bet there. I guess that's just to kind of balance out our bluffs a little bit more. But as you can see, just raising really our top of range stuff. The standard going like all in with ace queen off or ace king off seems to be a very consistent theme of GTO. Even 10s as well, and even 9s as well seems a little bit interesting. Hang on, as it seems I can't really get off it. 6s seems a little bit interesting as well. I guess maybe that's just what we're trying to balance out, I'm supposing. But it seems a little bit weird that we're only... Because I could understand if we're going all in with these as like a little bit to balance out a bluffs, if we also want to go in with some stronger hands that we would want to be getting called by, or called with, sorry. Like, for example, like we're not jamming ace queen off, 10s, 9s, 6s to be called. My assumption is that we're jamming just to kind of take down the pot just then and there. Because especially 10s, 9s, 6s, best case scenario, you're most likely flipping. And then ace queen, you're not really getting called by ace jack, for example. You're not getting called by ace 10. You're not really, like, in best case scenario, realistically, you're 70-30 underdog against, like, kings, where, you can still hit your ace, but it seems like, in my head, they seem to play more like a, just trying to deny equity and just take down the pot then and there. Next hand here, under the gun opens. We're in the hijack of ace jack offsuit. This is going to be a very easy fold. Up against the very tight, strong under the gun range, ace jack is one of those hands where you can get yourself into a lot of trouble. The potential is that you're going to be outkicked in a lot of situations, and due to absolute strength, it's very easy for you to allocate, ace jack, thinking that it's one of those premium hands, thinking that you should be playing it very, very quickly, strong, when in reality, especially up against a very tight, strong under the gun open, especially I believe we are calling, not calling, sorry, we're very linear against under the gun, but yeah, so even ace jack suited as well is pretty much a 50-50. And as you can see, we're only really raising our suited, apart from obviously ace king. And then we have some, some bluffs down here as well, just to mix in, just to balance out our range so we can get value from our really, really strong hands. But yeah, especially offsuit, just going to get us into a lot more trouble than it's worth. And a lot of potential to overplay the hand. Next hand here, cutoff opens when the small blind of jack deuce suited. While we do prefer our suited hands from the small blind, as you can see, so yeah, we are pretty much playing a very, very tight, strong range up against what is a very, very wide range. If this was more of an under the gun or early position open, we can start to really widen up our small blind range, or we do want to be widening up our small blind range, I believe. Mostly because we don't have concerns of being outkicked with like our 7-6 suited, 8-7 suited, and we're able to hit different boards than the under the gun or early position range will hit. Whereas because the cutoff, if we look here, the cutoff is going to be opening a lot of very, very wide range of hands. So even if we don't really want to be defending nor raising with a lot of just our like post-flop playability type of hands, mostly because the likelihood is that cutoff will also still be able to hit those boards at a very high frequency as well, and we might even get into outkicked situations. Next hand here, hijack opens. So yeah, just to sum up that last hand, so yeah, against late position opens, from the blinds we want to be playing very much a strong tight range. just because the cutoff button, for example, they'll be opening far wider, so we can't really be playing those low cards, thinking that we're going to be able to hit different boards and avoid being dominated. So yeah, next hand here, hijack opens. We got just an offsuit 7-6, a very easy fold. Yet playing a very linear 3-bet or fold strategy. Nothing really to break down there. Next hand here, button opens, offsuit jack, once again, very easy fold. As you can see, so we do open up a little bit because it's the button versus the cutoff. However, still very much playing a 3-bet or fold strategy, not really mixing in too many calls, and mostly focusing on very top of range, mostly because, as you can see how wide the button is, we can't really be opening 3-betting too religiously, like wide, just because we might have concerns of being outkicked, overplaying our hands, that type of stuff. And also we don't want to be calling, as the button is very wide, the big blind can then be defending even wider, and we get stuck in a piggy in the middle situation. Next hand here, under the gun opens, we got an offsuit ace, very easy snap fold, outkicked in a lot of situations, not a lot of post-flop playability, exact same with the offsuit jack versus a low jack open. As we can see here, so we are mixing in a lot of calls here, given that we are on the button, we do have absolute position. Low jack, middle position, opening a little bit wider than early position, obviously. But yeah, mostly due to us having absolute position, we can mix in a little bit of those calls, still raising a little bit of our very, very strong value that we do want to be isolating with and not allowing any of the blinds in. But we can, very much call, expecting maybe one or both of the blinds to be folding and utilizing our position with a little bit of a wider range. Next hand here, we're under the gun, easy snap fold. Under the gun's going to be opening extremely, extremely tight, as you can see. And exact same here with under the gun +1, offsuit, garbage isn't going to cut it. Same with on the button. I believe even maybe suited, we might be defending 8-6. No, it's still a little bit too wide, even for the button. But yeah, especially offsuit, definitely not. Exact same here, some suited garbage, easy snap fold. Next hand here, folds around to us on the button with pocket jacks, it's going to be an easy open. We get 3-bet by the small blind, so small blind 3-betting, the button is going to be a little bit of a wider range, given the button's going to be opening very, very wide, as we saw on the previous hands. So there can be a very easy case here for the 4-bet, try to isolate a little bit of the small blind's range, kind of see, okay, are they weighted more towards strong premiums, or is this more of a small blind 3-bet bluff? So that could be the reason for that, the 4-bet there. Then I could also see the reasoning for the call being, we don't want to really be overplaying jacks, which is a very, very commonly overplayed hand. Given that, it's got that perception of a very strong hand, it's got that perception of a premium, but, if the likelihood of an overcard coming is, I believe it's like 20 to 30%, so likelihood of that overcard coming very, very high, and, the playing of it becomes extremely difficult post-flop, especially when one of those overcards comes onto the flop. So that's your reasoning for the call. You don't really want to be, and also the 4-bet does open you up to just being allowed to be bluffed off. So I personally want to utilize our position and move forward with a call here, avoid overplaying our hand, especially as you can see when the king comes on. But I guess you do run in, so let's have a look here. So they're saying, okay, so they're saying the raise. Well, let's have a look to see, okay. Oh, so they're saying even jamming some things as well. Oh, this is the exact same hand we did a little bit ago. Damn, alright. Yeah, so I guess the idea is the small blind will be 3-betting wide, given how wide the button will be opening. So the small blind's probably incentivized to kind of narrow down that range, see where we're at, whether or not we're opening some of this suited garbage or we're opening actual value. And I guess the idea is we kind of got to do the same, just really start to narrow down what that small blind range is. When they come out and bet 1/3, no reason to fold just yet, even though we don't have a spade in our hand. Still, second pair here can be good a lot of the time. And as you can see, when they check on the turn here, they might be just giving up, and we can take our showdown value to the end and just get a nice cheap showdown. And we're up against Queen Jack, who evidently have rivered a flush. But so yeah, I can understand the raise, wanting to isolate a little bit, actually start to see where their range is at. Rather than just letting them get to the flop with such a wide range, rather than being able to kind of zone in, narrow down, start to cross out some hands, start to see whereabouts on their range chart they are. So low jack, next hand, low jack opens, where with some offsuit garbage on the button, easy snap fold. We got some offsuit garbage, facing an under the gun +2 open, easy snap fold. Folds around to us in the low jack, king 10 suited, easy open here. We get 3-bet by the cutoff. So cutoff, so we are middle position, so cutoff can be 3-betting a little bit wider, especially given that they have late position, and they only have the button behind, so they're very close to absolute position. Definitely not going to be a 4-bet. That would be isolating too much of a strong range from the cutoff, as they are uncapped. I could see the call, given that we are suited, kind of in a hand that can potentially be playing post flop. But then I can also understand the fold here, given that we could be outkicked in a lot of situations. Can create some post flop nightmares. Personally, I angle towards a fold here, but I can definitely understand if we're raising this. Okay. So I guess we add in like our king 10, king jack, king queen, well, king obviously, but king jack, king 10, a little bit of bluffs just to balance out our range, which I can definitely get on board with. So there's our 15 hands. I think that's going to be our new benchmark for moving forward. Might do some longer ones, so we kind of see how we go. So enjoy yourselves, have a good one, and as always, play well.